They were, Peter and Elsa, including this home right behind me on Iron Canyon. Take a look at this. This burned down already, but it's still burning like 12 hours later. And this whole area, it really is like a ghost town. I mean, you drive through, and because so many people have evacuated, you don't see anybody at all. Janelle Venusios, her 4 kids and 2 dogs were waiting.
It's frustrating. You know, the kids are cooped up in the car and they want to get back to our house.
And worrying with each pic that her husband sent from their home near Plaza Rita and Sand Canyon.
It looks bad again. It looks like it did yesterday when we had to leave.
Yesterday they tried to celebrate Grandma's 80th birthday, but this ruined that celebration and chased her, the kids, and the dogs out.
We left with the clothes on our backs and we haven't been able to change or do anything.
Others, she's aware, have had it much worse. Homes along Little Tujunga Canyon Road were wiped out overnight by this sand fire.
Devastating, and it's just, I can't even talk about it. I'll start crying.
The overnight winds that wreaked havoc 2 nights ago showed up again last night. Firefighters tried to save homes. Some, they just couldn't. Here, that center beam was the only thing that survived in this garage. Firefighters were able to protect the house. Today, you see the damage in the back, and this is what's left of that home down the hill. On Iron Canyon Road, this hilltop home burned. Next door is where a man was killed trying to escape the fire. Those under mandatory evacuation orders just had to deal with the inconvenience.
This is the second time I've had to evacuate.
Second major fire Tammy Mortz and her family have dealt with in their 15 years living in this area. Her 2 family cars were loaded up and joined other evacuees in this Vaughn's parking lot, waiting and worrying. Frida Santora left her home, but her husband, son-in-law, and the 3 horses stayed put.
The flames get close, we're just going to have to let the horses loose. You can't just leave them in there to perish.
So worried about her horses that they could die in this fire that she would be willing to open the gates and just let them go and run free and hopefully get away from the fire. Now, we've checked her house, by the way, and her house appeared to be out of danger. Take a look. You're looking at a different view, different perspective of Acton. You see it burning there in the mountains. That's where Brittany and Jennifer were just reporting a few minutes ago. We have watched that fire just growing and moving. The big problem is the wind. I mean, it just seems to change directions every couple of minutes, and that is what firefighters are worried about once again. It caused so much havoc last night and the night before. Peter?
The scene. What a sad night from that neighborhood, Greg.
Very, very sad night, Elsa. In fact, it crashed into a house. There were people in the house, but LAPD and the fire department says nobody was hurt inside the house. But as you mentioned, one person dead, a 7-year-old girl is dead from this crash right here. And LAPD says the woman driving the car you see right there was speeding down McKinley, lost control, went up on two wheels and then crashed into this house, and 3 kids and the driver are in critical condition in a hospital right now. We got video for you from Sky 9. The woman drove the car through a brick and wrought iron fence, slammed into a wall. Witnesses said the driver was then unconscious and trapped in the car. Now, 3 people were close by. They saw the crash, ran over. They pulled the 4 kids out of the car and started CPR on them. 3 kids were revived. They were taken to a local hospital. It's 3 boys, ages 18 months, 4 years old, and 6 years old. Again, they're all in critical condition. And the driver, a woman, was taken to the hospital. She's believed to be about 30 years old, and she is also in critical condition. We do not know if the driver is related to the 4 children, the one that is now dead and the 3 that were critically injured. Now, Greg Thomas used CPR on that 7-year-old girl, but he couldn't save her.
It's hard because my oldest, she's 8. And I just keep thinking and looking over there, and like, that could just be anybody's kid, you know, and it's unfortunate.
You did what you could, and my gosh, you saved 3 kids.
Yeah, but one of them didn't make it, so it's hard, dude.
Got to tell you this too, Elsa and Peter. Thomas and his fiancee and another woman are the 3 that did perform CPR on these kids, trying to save all 4. They saved 3 of them. They wouldn't have been here if they hadn't gotten lost. So they were down the street here on 93rd, just sitting there trying to figure out how they got lost. That's when they looked up, saw this accident happen. They came running into the yard, pulled the 3 kids out, and performed CPR. They said there were a lot of other people around, and nobody else was really helping. And Elsa, we got a nice bunch of fans right here. They've got tickets, but kind enough to stick around because the game starts right about now. But Rams fans are going to be part of the 90,000 that are here. A fun group, although this guy right here is a little bit scary. Game day is here for our former team that also happens to be our newest team.
Rams all the way!
A few touch-ups and fans are ready to cheer the gold and blue, making it clear in many ways they are definitely behind this team.
I bought all the Rams gear while I was in Texas.
Just like the Rams, Kaishana Guidry left LA for a while, in her case for medical school in Texas.
And I knew I was coming back.
A Rams comeback wasn't so certain, but now she is back for her residency. The Rams are taking up residence as well. Oh, are Rams fans fired up.
Baby back ribs and a couple of hot links and some steak.
They are ready for some football and for a feast too.
We got hot links, pineapples and girls,
Some fans here were so desperate they let a Cowboys fan man the grill.
I got elected to chef because I think I was a sober one in the group.
Drinking in the atmosphere? Oh yeah, many did, but responsibly, of course.
We got here about 10:30.
What time did you start drinking?
10:35.
The team buses arrived at the Coliseum around 1 p.m. Sherry Diaz has it made in the shade because she got here at 5:30 a.m.
I've been a Ram fan since I was 6 years old, back in the Roman Gabriel days.
Now it's the Jared Goff and Case Keenum days. But long before those quarterbacks hit the field today, these quasi-QBs hit the streets. Oh yeah, lots of those fans here today too. Keep in mind, many of those fans didn't have a hometown team to cheer for since the Rams left town more than 2 decades ago.
I've been a Cowboys fan since I was like 9, 10 years old.
There are a lot of Cowboys fans here. There's one right here, one back there, one over here, and they've also told me they're not going to change their allegiances. But I'll tell you, the Rams fans, tons of them today, and they're going to go inside and have a good time watching the Rams and Cowboys game.
I love the guy in the mask.
Back to you.